Coach, let's bring our attentions, before we wrap up the conversation, let's bring our attentions to Vietnam
Yeah.
in June. I'm speaking from the point of view of an individual that has got a lot of traumatic experiences from previous games against Vietnam. I mean, I've had all our away trips to Hanoi in the last, 2018, 2019. We've not come back feeling happy.
Yep.
They've been a real force in Southeast Asian football over the last few years.
Yeah.
But they've also had their ups and downs in recent times. But it's still a well-respected team. How are we preparing heading towards that game? Because this is probably the biggest game of the group stage.
Yeah, and again, this is part of the research and to get a feeling of Malaysian football and what's ahead for us. So I'm going to ask you a question now. Okay, when was the last time Malaysia beat Vietnam?
I don't register.
It's been a while, really.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
2014?
Was it 2014?
Correct.
2014
So,
AFF.
So over a decade ago.
Yeah,
right?
11 years now.
And the time the time before that was 2011. So there's sort of like, we haven't beaten
bogey team. Yeah.
Well, not bogey team, not for me. That's in the past.
Yeah.
But the history of it, you got to respect.
Yeah.
Right. So we haven't beaten Vietnam for a decade. Yeah, that gives us a carrot to chase. That gives us a motivation to change history. Yeah, so there's positives in that. But everybody out there assuming that we'll win. No. Take a chill pill. Take a reality chill pill, because we got to be humble, realize what we've come from, and yes, we can beat them and go for it. Yeah, but that's the last 16 times we've only beaten them twice. Yeah, so there's a bit of history to change in this. But like I said, it's not impossible. It's not easy, but we can do it.
Does that come with extra burden to you, not only to chase a win, but also to change a destiny?
Yeah, but that's a motivation. That's an opportunity for us to change a little bit of the history. Again, if you look at Vietnam, it's all backs against the wall for us. They have, I think, they're unbeaten for 12 games or something.
Yeah,
great. We'll give them their first loss for some time. Yeah, we'll beat them for the first time in over 10 years.
Yeah.
These are the opportunities in front of us. So, okay, respect the past, but don't reflect on it too much. Bogey team, it's not a bogey team for me. Yeah, like moving forward, we can change a bit of history. That's the opportunity that we've got in front of us. So again, respectfully, it's not going to be easy. We respect that, but we're not fearing that. We'll go head on for that and go for it.
Absolutely, I absolutely love that. The fact that we're realistic enough to be humble, but at the same time, don't use it as a burden.
Yeah.
Treat it as an opportunity.
100%.
Because I can already imagine the lift it would give for fans and players the moment we turn that stat around and we've finally beaten them.
Yeah.
And moving forward, that'll be an
You know who gonna eat humble pie? Me. I always thought we can beat them.
Yeah.
I never quite realized that we haven't beaten them in a decade. Thank you for pointing that out on our show.
But that's But again, that's the reality, right? So that gives us a motivation to do something that the country hasn't done for a long time. Yeah. But how do we do that? Well, we do that by preparing well, getting our preparation nailed on in a unique situation where we're coming from an off season, where there's no games for the players, and then we come into camp. So it's a unique situation. And like I say, we'll fear nothing and we'll go for it, and we'll do that by the way we want to play. We again want to show the team we want to be. You saw elements of that against Nepal, and then our basis of that is to make every Malaysian proud. And then if we can, beat the Asian champions, because Vietnam won the Asian
AFF Cup,
AFF Cup in December, then that's a nice feather in the cap for us.
Beautiful. I think that perfectly sums up today's chat, Coach. I think the thing that I'll remember from the conversation today is the picture that you've painted around what the national team will aspire to be. Humble, hardworking, aggressive, and constantly willing to work and improve on the pitch. And I think from the fan point of view, I mean, speaking from the point of view of a fan, I think there's not much more we can ask really from a national team that works hard, that stays humble, that strives and attempts to break all the glass ceilings that have held us back over the years. So we absolutely look forward to that journey and that process.
And that's the thing. If we can put that out every time we play, and play some exciting football, when results will follow.
Yeah,
we'll move in the right direction, and that's if we can do that, and make every Malaysian proud. Let's unite and take this country forward all together.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you so much
for
Coach.
taking the
Sama-sama.
time to be here on Bola Itu Live. It's been an absolute honor and a pleasure.
Yep.